So we are doing KSW 117 and there is Sara SMAJIC with us. Hello Sara, nice to welcome you in KSW again. Hello.
Thank you, hello to you and everyone who is watching and who is with us, and it's so nice to be back.
Yes, so we waited for you a couple of years. What were you doing during these years?
So I was still fighting, but since I changed the weight class, I couldn't fight here anymore because they didn't have bantamweight. But you know, I told to KSW, if you will ever open bantamweight, remember me, and they did. So I'm so happy about it. So I was fighting in other organizations in Germany and then also in FNC, you know. And so my two last fights were in FNC, and now I'm finally back.
That's true. Okay, so we talked before the interview, and you told me that since a couple of years you are training in Croatia, not in UFD gym in Germany. Why did you change the gym? Why did you decide to come back to Balkany?
Well, also I was missing my home a lot. You know, it's different. Like when you live in another country, sometimes it's something like you're always like a stranger there. You know,
right.
But not in UFD gym, no, because I'm very good still with people from UFD gym. But also I think that the place where I'm now, Zel Galešić in Pula, like this is a place to be for me, and I think you can see it from fight to fight that I'm getting better. So I think that I'm in the right place.
Great. So before we will talk about your fight with Wiktoria CZYÜΖEWSKÖ, I wanted to ask you about your emotions that you showed during this fight of Luka Vrtacic. He won by TKO, I think even KO with Jacek Gać. Like, you were excited, really.
Yeah, I was like swearing in a room full of Polish people, so I'm a little bit
Everybody was like looking, oh no, Jacek is losing, and you were like, okay, hooray!
Exactly. So I'm happy I'm still alive.
Now, you know, you're a woman, that's one point. Second point is like, okay, we already know that sometimes Polish people are going to lose, and it's okay for us. We would like them to always have the win, but also we have a lot of respect for other fighters coming to Poland fighting on foreign soil, and when they are winning, it's like it's okay for us also because we have the respect for MMA and for winners.
It means that you are real fans of sport, and this is what I like. Right. This is why Polish people are special to me, because you are really not fans of Polish fighters. You are fans of good fights and fighting. This is something that KSW is special about, you know. So really, and you know, Vrtacic, Luka, he is young. This is his first professional fight, and I know what he has in himself. And now he finally, I think today is the moment that he will be really aware of it, and then he can go really far. And you know, now we have like Diaz brothers from Croatia here, you know, Andy and Luka, and they both have knockout power, and this is what you guys like and what everyone likes in the world. And I'm so happy. It's just like my own brother won, you know.
So we already know what Andy knows how to fight. We already know what kind of level fighter is he. And can you tell us, is Luka or Andy better? Which one of them is better?
For me, it's hard to say. I think you know, Andy is more experienced, and that has to mean something. You know, he's older, he's more experienced.
Right.
But it's hard for me to you know. You have to ask that my coach, because he knows better. Because when we train, you know, I'm doing my own training. I don't watch. So
do they spar each other?
Sometimes yes. Okay. Sometimes yes. Sometimes they do.
Sometimes brothers don't want to do fight even during sparrings with each other. So it's always interesting for me to ask. Okay, I think that we'll ask your coach about this. I know also that it's hard to say which one of them is better. I understand also what you are saying about the experience of Andy and Luka, but yeah, we are very impressed with this performance that Luka gave us. Maybe there is a chance for a bonus.
Oh, I hope so. This is potential fight of the night, knockout of the night for sure. It's his first fight, and maybe after 1-2 minutes he finished the fight. I think potential is here for sure.
Fantastic. Okay, so let's talk about women MMA. So this will be a historical moment. You are going to fight with Wiktoria CZYÜΖEWSKÖ for the first bantamweight title for women in MMA here in Poland, in KSW. What was your reaction when your manager or your coach called you and said, you know what, KSW wants you and they want you to fight for the belt already?
Oh, it was crazy. It was unbelievable. But also there was some talk when I was at the last Andy's fight fight. There was some talk about it, but nothing was sure. So until something is sure, you're always like, but no, I'm just excited, and I think it's only not only for me, but Balkan women's MMA, because no girl from Balkan ever did something like this. So this is like, this would be for me historic in many ways, And once you are written in history like a first woman to do something, then you're forever written like a first. So this is like a good motivation.
Wow. Okay. So I know the motivation. I know also that you are going to have a birthday during this fight.
Doing good job.
Yeah, I did some research. Right. Okay. I know that Victoria is not going to give you this fight as a present, so it will be a hard fight. What do you think about Victoria?
She will not give it to me, but I will take it as a gift to myself. What do I think about Victoria? I think she's a great fighter. Normally, I like this girl like this personally, and we had some talks over social media before we knew that we will fight, and she knows this. I think she gave one interview when she said that I said that I'm her fan, and I really am. So this is right for me. This is perfect because it's a real test for me. She is young, but she has a lot of experience for her age. She's very good fighter, very good stand-up, very good with legs. So this is why I want to test myself, and this is what I think, not only for me or for Victoria, but for women's MMA, it's like, still we need to raise a bar a little bit about how people see women's fighting, and I did like a small step with my last fight in FNC for Balkans, but I want to do it more in Europe. I want that we show that we have heart like men even more, and that it can be non-stop action in a fight, and I know that this is perfect matchup to show that, Victoria and me.
I remember you from the fight in the UFD gym during their event in 2020, and I remember that you are a very strong fighter, and also Victoria, we know that she is very strong, that she spar mostly with men. Also, she is sometimes stronger than men from the same division, or maybe even one level more. So is the strength, your strength or her strength, the most important thing that we will need to count on during the fight? Do you think that? Oh, okay. I will ask in a different way. Do you think that you are stronger than Victoria? Okay.
Like physically stronger? Yes. It's hard to know before you come before someone, with it face to face with your opponent, because you always think for yourself that you are the best, the strongest, and that you will win. If not, why you go into a fight,
That's right.
But I know that she is very, very, very strong, and she may be the first woman who will give me some problems with strength, to be honest, But I know that strength is also not everything in a fight.
That's right.
Because if there would be, then bodybuilders would be fighters every time, and sometimes when you have a lot of muscles, they are not of a use, So, but yeah, it's not something that worries me. Let's say like this.
That's right. Two things from me. Also, I would want to ask you if you saw this fight of Emilka Czerwińska last week on Octagon. Did you saw it?
I haven't seen all fight. I saw only highlight of the fight.
Were you surprised with this performance? Because we were waiting for Emilia. I think it was 1/2 a year or 2 years before she came back to sports, to MMA, and we saw some ring rust, but also Kinehan was like, it was a big surprise for me. I know that this girl is good in stand-up, but she was like doing only her game. They were like fighting because Kinehan, if Kinehan wanted to have this fight on the ground, they would be fighting on the ground. Like they were playing her game.
Yeah, she was just too dominant, I think. That's and right. I've heard about Kinehan. She's now 2-0 only, and she already made some noise in the Europe, Right. So I think this is gonna be like. What, they're already going? No? Okay, because they need me in a corner.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry, what I was talking about.
No problem. About Emilka Czerwińska and Kinehan.
Yes, Kinehan. I can see she is very strong, very, very, very strong fighter. And Emilia is also strong. Maybe not physically so strong, but she's a strong puncher.
That's right.
I remember from our fight, I maybe got 2 or 3 leg kicks, and. what is the name? Calf kicks.
Calf kicks.
And I swear, like I had problems with my knee just from few kicks from her,
And
because
we didn't saw that any of this in the fight with Kinahan.
yeah, exactly. But also I know how it is to have a ring rust, and because also when I was fighting in Germany, I had the same problem, and it's just something, you know. Now she needs to go. Now she needs to just go over it, you know, and I think she can come back, because I like Emilia, you know. I know we all have the same goal.
That's right. Okay.
Bravo, Zeo. Kad idemo? Kad se ide u kurs? Ne, još?
Okay, so last question. Can you tell to the Polish fans why do they need to see your fight with Wiktoria?
Oh, because they will see probably one of the best fights in Europe, in history of Europe, in a women's fighting, and I think this is what we intend to give both of us. I think we will both of us try to finish each other, and so I think I want to aim for the fight of the night.
Really, really excited to see this fight. Thank you very much, and it is nice to talk with you after all of these years. Welcome back in KSW, Sara.
Thank you, Martina. It was nice to see you again, and all of you guys. It feels like home.
That's right. Thank you.
Thank you.